Hey, how's it going, all you lovely people? It's Shadzor, Door Shutter, coming back to you with episode 2 of the T.A.C. SMP. And today we are getting into a few more things. So first things first, I've actually kind of just forced coal blocks into these actual Sterling Dynamos for right now. I don't have a lack of coal. I'm pretty sure everything should be running. Let's actually make sure that I filtered everything correctly. But these are just exporters. And yeah, exact mode, items. I think this is the right thing. But for some reason that one's not pulling. Oh, is it not connected anymore? Hold on. I thought this was connected. I swear I connected it. So let's grab some cables. Okay. And then magnet. Okay. So we should be good. I hope. Everything should be cruising. The way to test that is look at the iron or whatever, because that's what I've actually hooked that into. So now that cable's actually hidden. What we're going to get into today is actually not Ars Nueva. We're actually going to take a quick peek at Apotheosis. So you can see I've actually got a set of diamond armor on, and this has all got mending on it. This has Traveler. You can see I've done it again. This isn't like crazy villager trading or anything like that. These guys just have, a couple enchants that might help us a little bit throughout the playthrough. We've got Capturing, Depth Strider. I know we've got Silk Touch. We've got Fortune 3 somewhere around here. I know we have Mending as well, of course, and Traveler in here. Also, Endless Quiver, which if you don't know, whatever arrow you have in your inventory will be infinitely used. And Apotheosis adds an Obsidian Arrow that does 20 plus damage percentage. And that is fantastic. So we are definitely a little bit better off now. I don't have any protection or anything, but I grabbed Mending just for now, and I'll grab protection later. But you can see I actually have capture books in here that I want to, of course, enchant further. And then I also have a couple Silk Touch, Fortune, Depth Strider. And I want to see if I can actually put this on my boots. Let's see here. Let's grab the boots off. But yeah, we're going to get into Apotheosis here in a second. No, I need 14 levels. All right. And then I think we're going to work on getting an XP farm of some sort going. So let's toss that stuff away. Apotheosis. What is Apotheosis? Well, you guys have been seeing this for a little while, where we've got a whole bunch of gems, a whole bunch of fancily colored items. Like here, the elongated trident of the Frostlands. Each one of these items, and we actually look at tridents, I guess. No, let's look at iron. So you can see that there's different colors, and each of these colors actually corresponds to a tier. This is the rare tier, this is the common tier, this is the uncommon tier. So green is uncommon, gray is common, blue is rare, purple is, I believe, I don't actually know the name of it, but I know it's right below the legendary. I think it's mythic. But I'm not sure. I know they've got weird names for them. But let's look at this. So Apotheosis. So the first thing we want to look at here is the salvaging table, which it looks like we need. Gem dust is okay. So we need an anvil, I think. So anvil. Let's bookmark these 3 things right here, because we're gonna need all of them. But we need to take it one step at a time. So let's make an anvil. I want a fully repaired anvil. Grab a couple of those bad boys. And then we're going to grab some gems. We're going to look for the uncommon ones. So we've got 7 of these. And you can actually see what they do, of course. Light weapons, cold damage. This isn't the greatest, right? So we're going to just get rid of all these. And we need to turn off our magnet for this. But we're going to just toss these on the ground, just right in front of me. Okay? And not pick them up. We're just going to drop an anvil on them. Okay? And this will result in gem dust. Okay, this gem dust then can be used to make a salvaging table. Looks like we need a bucket of lava, though. So I need to go actually find some lava. So let me go do that real quick. Alright, so let's make up a salvaging table. I've also went ahead and I've made another smithing table, just because this will be useful later anyway. We're going to throw these 2 things right here. And what we'll need to do then is grab an iron... anything, right? So anything with this text, basically, can be salvaged. And we're not going to keep any of it. Also shields. I can do that. So I can just toss all of these in here. And you can actually shift click. And it looks like they've... Isn't the inventory bigger? Maybe not. But we can just click salvage all. There we go. So we actually get what are called rarity materials here. And you can see that they are named, of course. So if we keep going with this, so we're just going to do this for a little bit. I'm going to come back when I have a whole bunch of this rarity material. Alrighty, so that should be everything. And in total, we got 2 stacks plus 3 time-worn fabric, 2.5 stacks of mysterious scrap metal, 64 luminous shards. So what can we do with this stuff? Well, we kind of need to get further into some of this stuff. So here we need to get smooth stone and shears. All right, let me grab some smooth stone here. We'll just quickly toss that into one of these furnaces. Doesn't really matter which. All right. And then let's quickly... So we can't make that one yet while we're getting smooth stone. But we need a netherite ingot for the reforging table. All right. So it looks like we're actually going to have to do some mining down in the nether. Which, if we want to do that, let's actually look at mining lasers. Just because I think that's the only thing I can immediately think of for mining at a radius. So I want to do that. And I want to grab a 3x3 upgrade. So this here... I want to then grab a light placer. I then want to grab a freezing upgrade. And then I could probably go for the battery upgrade here. Probably not a bad idea to go for this one. And I think I have an efficiency one, so we can actually skip to tier 2 on that. Fantastic. And of course, this does require more energy, but hopefully we'll find enough. I'm just going to go to the nether and pretty much dig all the way down. And this is the magnet one, right? Deconstructs blocks right into your inventory. Fantastic. Okay, and then we need a modification table, which is this thing right here. Nothing too expensive. So we can actually equip these to the actual mining laser. All right, and then I think that's it. I mean, I could go for fortune, but there's nothing really in the nether that I need right now for fortune. Maybe a range one. Might not be too bad of an idea, just so we can actually reach a little bit further than normal. Looks like we need lapis blocks. And remember, we don't have an automated source of lapis, so do keep that in mind. Alright. And then we just need to charge this up, and I will be back when that's done. And when I've got netherite, of course. Alright, real quick. I got the mining laser charged up, and I want to just quickly mention setting. Of course, you need to go into the controls to actually, make sure you know which keybind is set to the mining gadget setting. I've just set this to shift equal, so that way it's kind of out of the way. But this will actually allow for you to change the size, the range. You could edit the visuals, so you can change the color of your beam, which is pretty cool. It looks like you get a different rendering style now. I don't actually remember that being a thing. Pretty nifty. I want to actually go for like an orange. Let's see, an orange. There we go. And then, of course, you can decrease the volume. And, you can disable your different upgrades if you wanted to. So, just quickly wanted to mention that before I, get everything we need. Alrighty, so I've ran over to Fallen's base, and I've used his crusher and enrichment chamber to get a few pieces of netherite scrap, or ancient debris scrap, whatever it's called. So we should be able to now craft up the reforging table. We just need an enchantment table. I'm actually going to grab 2 of those because I do need an enchantment table myself. And then also we need a gem cutting table, which I think we can craft. We should have the smooth stone ready by now. Perfect. And we'll just craft that up. And we'll place these down. So, what do we do here? Well, I don't know what gem cutting is. This is new. Uses gem, dust, and rarity materials to upgrade gems. See, I have not actually seen this. This is different. But how do we... Okay, so if we grab gems, right, we want to look for kind of things that aren't that great. I'm not gonna... So, I guess the ones you would want to upgrade are the ones that seem like they could be decent if they were a little bit better, right? So, I would think, you know, since we have so many gems, we'd want to look at specific ones. So, for example, here's the Guardian gem, and I'm assuming each gem has its own type of texture. So we've got the Guardian gem, which I remember being like the armor one. So this gives us more armor. So what I would want to do is I'd want to take this and try and upgrade it. Is it here's my question. Is it uh, words are difficult. Where is my scrap? What is it called? Add Apotheosis. Let's just do that. And then scroll to the top. So we want this. And then we want gem dust, which is right here. So we don't have a whole lot of gem dust, but we'll probably grab a little bit more in a second. So if I did this, or no, if I did that, and the Guardian gem, and then this. So this actually could improve a little bit. So you could either use a luminous crystal shard or 4 time-worn fabric to improve this. And this actually gives you 6 facets. I don't know what a facet is in this case. Okay. All right, so we can do that. And reforging, if we actually take off our chest plate here, and we throw this in here, you can see we would need more levels, by the way. What you basically do is you improve the armor, and it gives you a little bit of things. So, for example, when attacked, I gain resistance for 4 seconds. Explosive damage taken is reduced by 12, so you get a little bit of blast protection. But it's not considered an enchant, so this will not add to the levels required to add enchants to this armor. An item ignores 6% of durability damage. 13.5 plus armor. And armor toughness. So everything else is the same, and then we have a socket. We can actually look at what sockets do in a second here. But I would need higher levels to actually get anything further. So this one would actually be really, really good because it gives you a bit of armor toughness. Because remember, armor itself doesn't actually matter if you have no armor toughness. Armor toughness basically is kind of where your armor's at, and that's why netherite is actually a little bit better than diamond, is because it has a higher toughness rating. And I'm pretty sure basically some mobs have the ability to kind of hit through armor, but armor toughness kind of negates that, I believe. I'm not sure if that's the correct thing, but that is what from what I understand. But we could actually go for this one, getting a little bit more armor for now, and we'll equip that. So you can actually just throw this back in here if you wanted to redo this, but of course it does require more, or basically the exact same amount. It's just you get rid of this one. So in the future, whenever we want to, we could actually re-roll this basically, or reforge it again. So if we take a look at our gems, we actually have some back here too. You have so many different types of gems in this, and I've loved to see how they've reworked a lot of these, which is a good thing. And I don't think there's a way. I wanted to check something real quick. So if I look at Apotheosis gem, it's not gem, rarity. Can I type that in here? I can. There is no way to craft these other ones, right? Okay, so you just need to have a mythic item or a epic item. Okay, so we now know the names of those two. All right. Well, I kind of want to see if I can find something that has armor toughness. That would be worth it, I think. Can I search by tags? If I remember correctly, the tag for... That might be a little bit of waste of time, so I'm not even going to try it. But basically, there is a tag on each of these that actually tells you the rarity. That's what I was thinking, but it's okay. Let's just look at Apotheosis gems. Let me see if I can find any that are interesting. All right, so I'm looking at this one. This is a luck gem, so core armor plus 8 luck, which I believe is what we would get. So if we toss this in here with the smithing table, you can see that this would give us 0.8 luck. So what I can do is I should be able to look at this. So we've got a splendor gem here. So yeah, we have like 1.9, 1.4. And the more luck you get, by the way, if you don't know what luck is, basically it actually allows for you to get better loot out of chests, buried treasure, anything that's not been opened, right? So if we actually get this and we go to a dungeon, which I've actually found 2 more dungeons, we should be able to actually do pretty decently. But let's actually toss this in here. So I'm trying to figure out how this is actually working, right? Because right now I cannot actually upgrade this. And I'm assuming the reason is because it says flawless. So if I actually grab a splendid gem again here and we find one that's not flawless. So I'm curious if I grab that one and I grab this one. So these are two that one does say flawless. So if I throw that in there, throw that in there. Okay, I can't improve it. So if I throw this in here and I throw this in here, I can improve it. But this doesn't give you flawless. Okay, so that's what happens. So the facets actually tell you when it's flawless. So now I have a 1.9 and I have 2 flawless. So you cannot improve flawless, and it doesn't look like you can actually improve the rarity of these. You can only improve the quality of them, basically. All right, that is good to know. That is information that I am glad that I've known. So, like the cracked one here only has 4 facets, and I'm guessing the highest I can get with this for right now is 1.9 unless I improved something. I wish I had mythic stuff, right? Right, I don't think... Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Actually, it did. It did show mythic, right? You can actually see that there is that. So if I did uncommon, you can see that material right there too. So I don't think it applies to this, but if I did hashtag or yeah, rare. No, okay, so I was just checking. So diamond chest plate, let me grab that back out of here. And we should be able to then take a smithing table, take this, and we have a 1.9 luck. Could I do armor toughness and stuff? Yes, but I'm actually hoping that we actually get some better loot out of those dungeons. And of course, I can do this with my pants, helmet, and boots, and hopefully get some better things. But I think we're gonna shift gears here, and I might actually. Can I use this for anything right now? Like important? I might be able to, but I think I want to use this for actually just getting a netherite chest plate. Get some more armor toughness here. So yeah, see there's 3. So this goes up by 1. And it also gives us knockback resistance a little bit more. I think I'm going to send this. And then, of course, once we get better stuff, I basically need to go loot in the nether as well. That is also a way to get better enchants and stuff. So keep that, or better materials and things, better gear, basically. But I'm actually going to get this stuff up higher by actually working on something else here. So I need to grab a diamond pickaxe. Just a normal diamond pickaxe. And then I have a Silk Touch book here. So Silk Touch, and I should have an enchanted book in here with Fortune, I believe. So, or there's Efficiency, that's what I want. Not Fortune. And then Mending, okay? And I should be able to kind of come up with the best. So that one costs 2, that one costs 5. So, let's go Efficiency 5. Let's see. That one. And then that one. So that should give us, let's actually turn off advanced tooltips here. Efficiency 5, Mending, and Silk Touch. So now what I should be able to do is take out this temp pad here. Run program and go to Evoker. Okay. Run forward because remember it doesn't render. And we have this structure here that will actually allow for us to grab an Evoker Spawner. And if I remember correctly, Evokers are the ones that summon like the Vexes and everything, and that can actually drop, what do you call it? They can drop, what can they drop? I don't think we have anything, but they can drop totems when dying, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure that's the mob. So we should be good there. So let's go /home, and we actually want to grab a comparator. Ooh, what in the world? A little bit of a lag spike there or something. I don't know why it just teleported me back here. Okay, we should be good maybe. All right. So comparator. We want this. We set this down, we set that, and that should allow for us to have redstone control over this, which means that we could turn this on and off with a lever. What else can we do? So if we actually look at Apotheosis and we look at Spawner, nope, I pressed space, but it didn't actually send it. Spawner, there we go. You can see that there's a lot of different things that you can do with these. So for example, here's spawn count 1 plus max entities. Chorus fruit, I would love to have a chorus fruit. Because if I had chorus fruit, I would actually be able to turn off AI, which I think is probably something we might want to look at. But actually, it'll be okay. So back to spawner. Right here. So you've got max entities, no AI. You can turn this to silent with wool. You can make the delay, different activation range. All right. So it ignores conditions completely. Spawn range. Actually. So what kind of spawn eggs do I have? So I have cave spider, controlled zombie, glow squid, hippo, magma cube zombie. If I could get a capture sword and somehow get an evoker spawn egg, you know, because it is going to be really rare. If I was able to get an evoker spawn egg, I actually have an idea. There is a spawner in the FTB dungeons that if I can find it, we actually should be able to actually have one that ignores conditions outright no matter what. And then all we would need to do is get, of course, the Nether Star, which I've used for a portable beacon. Don't do portable beacons or mobile beacons. They kind of suck because they require XP to run, which is kind of useless in my opinion. But yeah, let me quickly go and find something. I need to go find this drowned. I think it's a drowned spawner. So I'm going to go to run program. I'm going to go to dungeon 3. I think nobody's been here. I don't think anybody knows 3 and 4 exist. Because I've just been doing some exploration, and I've been dying a lot. I have died 22 times, by the way. The last time I died it was not my fault. It was actually because I was mining, and then a baby Enderman 2 shot me. So why we need to get better armor is basically that. So I'm gonna come down here. I'm gonna try and find, you know, the thing, this drowned spawner. If I find it, I'll be back. But yeah, we'll see you. Okay, so I found one. See how it says ignores conditions? We're going to pick this up. So, /home. So what this means is basically it ignores lighting conditions. It ignores, I believe, I think the only thing that it doesn't do is ignore players, basically. I think. I need to make sure. So let's actually look at this. The spawner ignores spawn conditions. So I think spawn... like light levels, if it's in the water, a whole bunch of other stuff like that, I think. I'm not sure fully what that encompasses. I'm going to go look at that real quick. Okay, so yeah, this isn't what I thought it was, but it basically allows for you to ignore, like, hey, is this on grass? Is this there? Is that there? You basically can always spawn things. So this actually will be useful anyway. But I definitely need to get a Nether Star, which I don't have one yet. So I'm going to have to either go to the Nether, which I probably will do later, because I want to be able to get Wither Skeleton Skulls, but I also really don't want to die in the Nether, which I probably will, unless we get better equipment. I also need to repair this pickaxe. So I think what we're going to do is I have a few spawners in here. I want to basically set up an XP farm. And I think the best way to do that is probably just using the evoker, this evoker spawner for right now. And we're going to go set this actually in the ocean. Probably like right about here. Let's add a waypoint, spawner. And I'm going to grab a couple mega torches. I need to know if the range of these mega torches real quick, so let me go look at that real fast. Okay, so quickly I went ahead and I've looked at it, and it is 64 by 64 by 64. And it's technically a cube, right? So it goes 64 in every direction, which means that if you're 64 blocks down, you could have things spawn, which is something that I do not want. But I'm going to build this in the ocean so we don't have mobs spawning for a little bit under it. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to basically make a giant square, in a sense, of where these are going. So I'm actually going to grab a couple more of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. So we've got negative 581, 47, 767. And then I'm going to go out 64 blocks this direction, 64 blocks this direction, 64 blocks this direction, and 64 blocks this direction. And then maybe even 64 blocks down. And then another 64 blocks, right? Because I might do a little bit of overlap. But then that way we don't have anything spawning from 128 blocks in either direction, so that way we just don't have spawn conflicts at all. Is this overkill? Absolutely. And this should encompass basically probably right about here to right about here to right about here to right about here. And then if I wanted to, I could go right about here, and so on and so forth, right? So basically, and I'm going to try and not get relatable stuff, but I think relatable should be fine with me mega torching the crap out of this area. So that way we have a giant grid of mega torches, especially in my area, and then that'll be fine. So time to do some math. I will be back in an hour or so because this is going to take a while, and I'll be right back. All right, so after doing some math here, this is the radius. All of these torches, these are going to be where the torches are placed specifically to the dot. And then, of course, I can dig down 64 blocks. Oh, actually 128 blocks, basically almost to bedrock. And, well, maybe not even close to bedrock, but I don't know. Because it depends on where the actual locations are. But I think I'm going to place them all on the same z-axis, I think. For right now, that's kind of the idea. But these are all 128 blocks out. So this center torch should be going 64 to probably, like, I think about right here on each. And I think it says it is a cube shape, not a sphere or a circle. So we should get 64, just a giant chunk, right? Each one of these should cover, of course, 128 all the way across. And that is fantastic. So I'm going to get these placed. I just wanted to show you this. So this actually shouldn't mess with relatable at all. I think it probably will go right about here. So it won't even touch my base. All right, so after a little while, I've got torches placed in all basically 9 spots. And then I went all the way down to bedrock, which is negative 63, 62-ish, depending on where the bedrock actually was. And then dropped a torch there as well. This is a pretty much mob spawn proof area, which is exactly what we wanted. So I think now we can kind of work on getting what we really wanted, which is a Evoker Spawner, which I don't know 100% know how we're going to do. And there is no wireless network system that we have access to right now, mostly because I think the at refined range, this thing, there is no other one. Ooh, that's a problem. Do we not have a booster? Here, let me grab an angel block real quick so I can actually not drown here. Do we not have... Oh, it might be because I said that. So range, booster... Okay, that's going to be an issue. I don't know why we wouldn't have an RF refined storage infinity booster. Unless we have a different wireless access point. I might have to talk to the team and see about getting something added like that. Because I mean, yes, I could just use AE, but we have our that in here, so I was hoping to use that and have like an infinity booster. But I don't see one. I might have to ask and see if they can find one, but I don't know. Alright, anyway. We should now be able to start making the Evoker Spawner, which I'm going to do. I think... I mean, I know right here. So we're going to go up probably 12 blocks or so. And then kind of start this. So let's just go 1, 2, 3. I need to get rid of... I think these kitty slipper things that I'm wearing. Yeah, increases jump height. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And of course we can go up 64 blocks without having any spawn thing. But if I do add any height to this, I am simply going to put another Mega Torch at the very, very top of this. So I don't see a problem with that. Alright, one more. One more. Alright. So now, I guess we kind of start this. Let's go back to the base. Oop. I'm going to set a point here. New location, Evoker Spawner locale. Okay. And then add location, and then also run program. Let's delete that location, and let me go back to home, and we'll start looking at what we actually need for this. So I think we're going to kind of go with like an old classic, really. We have dark utils in here. So we do have like the entity conveyors. We could do those. They do require sugar, which I don't have a supply of sugar right now. We also have... do we have any other conveyors? I think we should. We have this one. We also have this entity conveyor. This one's more of a problem than I'd want to deal with right now. I know we have fans as well. I think we can go with fans. Fans should be fine. So let's go with just a normal fan. How do we want to do the collection system? So I think we're just going to do a center drop down and like have a mob masher kind of thing. So maybe we do want to go with some sort of conveyors. Maybe I can because I like messing with dark utils conveyors. And I've done fans so many times. So let's go for this. Let me grab some sugar, and I'll be right back. Alright, so let's grab probably about 3 stacks of these. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to go with fast vector plates. I don't think I want to go with extreme. I want them to be able to kind of move around. This is like lightly. This should be what we want. So let's go for fast. Okay. Use up all we got. Fantastic. And then we want to grab, I guess, a mob masher. I don't think we really have too many. I mean, spikes. Do we have any spikes? We do have Cyclix diamond spikes. Which I can't remember. Damage enemies on contact. Attacks using a fake player to trigger loot tables. I do not remember. I think the mob masher gives player drops, right? Advanced modular mob grinder can be enhanced to do mob masher upgrades. Mobs mashed do count as player kills. Okay, so we'll go with the mob masher, and of course we have all of those fantastic upgrades as well. That will allow for us to get beheading and stuff going as well, which we don't really need beheading for this. We're really looting. Everything but the totems is basically being voided, by the way. I hope you guys know that. We don't need emeralds. I don't think they drop anything that I purely need. Maybe some Apotheosis stuff every once in a while. Maybe. I don't know if they actually even drop that, so we'll see. But we also need wireless redstone, right? So, what do we have in the way of this? I know we have RF tools in here, so we could look at their wireless stuff. Receiver. This thing right here. Press A. And transmitter. So this thing right here. Okay. And these don't require power or anything, so we should just be able to use them. Looks like we need a couple more redstone torches. Let's just grab a stack of those. Fantastic. Okay. Couple comparators. And machine base. We actually need 2 of these for the transmitter and receiver. Fantastic. Alright. And then We probably want to see if we have glass essentials or something in here. Like ethereal glass. Glass. Player, type in that, no? Do we not have anything? Promotes crop growth, that's interesting. This block has effects, nope. Dense, no. I don't think we have anything in here that actually would allow for me to walk through it. Interesting. Interesting. I don't think we have a way to do that then, which is fine. Just, we don't have to have a viewing spot. We could actually just go for some tinted glass. I think we have... Mob grinding utils tinted glass sounds good to me. Just that way we can see in, but not let light in. And then we also probably want to grab... So we've got the conveyors, we've got the mob masher, and we'll probably grab some redstone dust. We'll probably grab a lever or so. I want a normal lever. Don't need a create lever. Okay. And then probably some redstone torches just in case. Okay. And I think that's good. Let's grab some cobblestone as well. Oh, we need a backpack, actually. So the way we're going to collect things in this is actually we're going to kind of take what Fallen has done with his backpack system, because we do not have sophisticated storage in here, right? So the way we need to go about collecting items and storing items needs to be a bit smarter, especially because these are non-stackable items, right? So what we need to do is we can grab a backpack upgrade, and then we actually can look at sophisticated backpacks rather than just backpack. And we can see that there are stack upgrades, of course. So stack upgrade tier 1. We want to actually grab a couple of these. So let's grab a couple upgrade bases. 16. Okay, so let's grab 2 stacks of 16. And then how many slots does a backpack have? So a diamond tier backpack has 3, 4, 5. 5 slots. So we want 1, 2, 3, because we'll need a magnet upgrade, I'm pretty sure. Is it a pickup upgrade or is it a magnet upgrade? I'm pretty sure just a magnet upgrade. So we need a pickup upgrade in the first place. To then get the magnet upgrade. And then the magnet upgrade we want to upgrade to an advanced magnet upgrade. And then all of these, we want to upgrade these to tier 2. And then tier 3. Okay. And you can see that these multiplies the number of stacks that can fit in a slot by 8. And that'll just go again and again. And then we want a tank upgrade as well. So let's look at tank, because I don't know all the icons. I'm pretty sure I see it, but I want to make sure. So a tank upgrade. Perfect. And then there is no other use for this, right? Because there is also the pumps fluids between tank upgrades and adjacent blocks. Okay. Pumps experience between tank and upgrade and player. Alright, so that's all we want. Right, so now we can set this down. We can actually toss in these upgrades. And we... Oh, I don't know. Do we want a filter upgrade? We might want something to filter. I think the magnet allows for us to filter. Do we have a void upgrade for these? Void. So we do. Voids, items selected, and filter. You can actually... Oh, that's cool. I didn't even know you could do that. You can actually pull stuff from JEI to filter that. Nifty. So we can actually grab a void upgrade and then an advanced void upgrade. And then we could actually take this backpack. I'm actually going to upgrade this backpack to a netherite tier quickly. I only have 1 piece of netherite, but I'm going to sacrifice it for this because we'll get more in the future anyway. And then we can actually throw our void upgrade in here. And the void upgrade, void overflow. Okay, so void any only works with other upgrade / automation. Works in GUI as well. So we'll just do that. We'll click allow. And then what we want to make sure we're voiding is emeralds. Just completely and utterly avoid emeralds. And I think we'll go from there. All right. So the magnet upgrade, pick up items, just everything, pick up experience, pick up that. So we're picking up experience. And I'm pretty sure this should work. I don't know the range of this, but we are going to kind of make this smaller. So let's actually grab Do I have the 256k thing in here? We can actually use this to kind of be like a shulker box kind of situation. So that should work. Okay. And then let's toss these in here. And then I'm going to grab a ton of cobblestone. How much cobblestone do I have? 125 blocks. All right. Time to build this. I also quickly need to set the evoker stuff up, I guess, as well. So let's quickly do that as well. So for the evoker, we need to actually set some of this stuff to better things. So let's grab some clocks. So clock. Let's make a stack of those. Let's grab some sugar. And if I remember correctly, the use for these is the actual spawner delay. So sugar itself will give you a -10 spawn delay, while a clock will give you a -10 spawn max spawn delay. Yeah. So we just right click with these. Okay. You can see that max spawn delay is going down. The less spawn delay you have, the faster these guys will spawn. And of course, we could increase max entities, which we'll do in a second. And then we'll probably need a few more actual clocks, maybe a bit more sugar. Okay, so let's grab a couple clocks, make sure we actually max this thing out here. So this basically should just completely and utterly start dropping once we place it down. Okay. So now, spawn count. So let's look at, of course, Apotheosis spawners just one more time. Okay. So plus spawn count. So we want fermented spider eyes. Let's bookmark that. Gas tears. We can actually grab gas tears. Piece of wool. All right. I'm pretty sure that's all we can actually do right now. So fermented. We have a couple of these. Let's just grab a couple more. As many as we can, I guess. That'll work. And then gas tears. So we can, of course, just right-click with this. And you can see the spawn count went up to 16. The max entities went up to 32. We can make this silent as well. Fantastic. And I think we should be good, right? I think we're good. Let's silk touch this bad boy. Okay. And let's go build this structure. All right, so I was actually checking the chunk boundaries. And we are kind of in the weirdest chunk. But I'm not concerned about that because I have an idea to kind of make this a little bit more server friendly. And the way we're going to do that is actually with computer craft. We are going to set up a player detector on this bottom platform because, of course, this is going to be open to the full server. I am not keeping every single one of these totems. People can come here, grab a totem if they want. No charge. Basically, also an XP farm. They can come and grab some levels if they want to AFK here for a little bit. Kind of situation. So this is one of my things, and I don't know if you guys have noticed this. I am kind of trying to do a lot for other people. That is my personality, and since I'm in an SMP, my instincts are I must help everyone. They might not need it, but I must help them. I don't know why, but that's how I am. So, you know, in case you guys get tired of me helping people. Yeah, that's never gonna happen. But we just need to go up 1, 2, 3, and the other reason I was looking at chunks, of course, is to be more conservative with chunk loading. But since we're not going to be chunk loading in any sense of the means, we don't need to worry about that. And I found a Reddit post where somebody's already kind of made the script that I need. I just need to change some of the arguments that are put in there, and we'd have a fantastic computer program to actually detect if a player is nearby and then output a redstone signal, which should turn on the actual spawner. I think it's a fantastic idea, and I can't wait to actually put it to the test. So I'm actually going to quickly /home so I can grab a builder's wand. I don't know the radius of this. Did we actually even look at the increased radius on these? Oh, we need to do ignore light. I mean, ignore light doesn't matter, I guess, but that's also something we could do. So prismarine crystals and sugar. Prismarine crystals. I can grab some of those. I might go steal some from Fallen. I know he has chicken set up. I might go steal some. Spawn range. Okay, so blaze rods. So what is the spawn range of this? So this also is spawn range of 4. So remember that the further the spawn range, so 4 I believe is 1, 2, 3, 4 in each direction. So this is basically like a little farm. So 5 blocks, 6 blocks, 7 blocks, 8. Let's go 8. Okay, so that'll be pretty decently sized. We don't want to go further than that. But I do want to get prismarine crystals. So I'm going to go teleport to Fallens. Quickly, I'm going to not record because I don't know what he's actually doing over there. So I'll be right back. Also, I don't promote stealing from other people. I just know he has chickens, so he has indefinite prismarine crystals. So if he wants to yell at me for stealing from him, he can, whatever. I legitimately could make the chickens. I just didn't feel like it. So, you know. All right. Now with that, let me grab a builder's wand. Wand, whatever it's called. Construction wand? Yeah, it's construction wand. All right. Grab one of these. And I'll make a massive cobblestone structure to make Evoker spawn. So quickly, while I'm up here, I place the actual thing. And what I want to do is I want to grab a redstone receiver, I think. Receives the redstone, can get redstone signals remotely from a redstone transmitter. Okay, so this is the one we want. We're going to place this right here. And we want to make sure this is facing the right direction. But I don't have any way of flight, so this is the best way to do it right now. And then we can actually, of course, just go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this should be the roof. And this thing is going to be pretty ugly, but we should be fine with that. And I'm going to keep that cobblestone pillar there so nothing spawns on top of it. But these redstone transmitters actually should... Oh man, I forgot. You have to kind of... If you're doing it this way, it's kind of a little bit interesting, but I need to right-click with this redstone transmitter to make sure that this redstone receiver is the right signal. But usually you set the transmitter down first and then the receiver, and then you can, do the reverse of what I just did. But, all right, back to building. All right, so this is done. But something I kind of forgot about is not using the faster vector plates for this. Because if I put a mob here, they're going to slingshot all over the place, which is exactly something that's going to be counterproductive. So we've actually went back and I've got some normal vector plates, which are going to just kind of slowly push the mob forward, which is exactly what we want because we don't want them bouncing off of plates back and forth, which is a good thing. All right, so I think this is done. We've got all the fast vector plates set up. I think now we just need to get the mob masher set back here. And I think that's all. If we actually quickly temp pad out of here. So let's shift, run program, evoker spawn local. We should be able... Oh, nope, I don't think I can reach it. Dang it. All right, let me go... Let me just break this block, I guess, for right now. I really don't understand. The temp pad's cool, but I wish it would detect which... like where you are. I guess we can take this out. Hold on. I don't know what I'm doing. And then what we can do, I think, is just place this right here. Nope. Actually, can we wrench this? Oh, we can. Perfect. All right. But you can see I've made a little platform down here with 4 elevators that go down to the ocean. So you can actually pop up here without needing to build. Or when you fall down like I always do, you can get back up here without any problems. All right, so let's quickly just expand the platform a little bit here. And let's get into computer craft shenanigans. I think I've got everything I want. This. So we've got a computer and a player detector. All right, so real quick here, we're going to do paste ban get, and then we're going to... I think we could just do that, right? No, we need to actually get rid of all of this information. And this... Did I not do that right? Get code. Oh, we need to do this. So player detector. Let's do det, just so it's shortened. Okay? And then edit player det. And basically what this is doing is it's getting an area, and with the player detector, it's seeing, hey, is the player here? If so, output this to right, left, or actually in this case, it's the right. But what we want to do is I've got the first set of coordinates here. So -703. And we're going to kind of have to do this a little bit weird because we can't really grab the whole thing. So 703, 74, and then 775, right? So 775. And then this one will be, we'll press F3 here. So we want 710, 74, 767. So let's actually type that. So 710, so negative 710, and then make sure we get this right. 776 or 767, and then of course 74. So we'll go here to the first one. So this was negative 710, and this was 74. This was then 767. Just want to make sure. 767. And then this actually should not be a negative number. So let's actually quickly save that. And then we're just going to actually alter this. So actually, no, right's perfect. Okay, save. And then we'll exit. And then we'll run. I think we can actually just call this, right? So player det. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, so something's not working in this. Okay, so pressing Control S or this. So hold Control S. This will actually shut the computer off. Or you could just click that or stop the current program. Okay, so this did not work. So player det. Why does this not work? That's a good question, and I have no idea what the answer actually is. So the no part. Oh, okay, I know why. Hold on. We want to actually set this to like 70, 79. Let's go 80. Just 80 for right now. Because we need to detect within an area. And 74, just setting both of those to 74, was looking for a single one plane area. Okay? So save, exit, and then of course we could have just clicked ran, but we should be able to click this. Okay, and I need to add something to that so we actually can see that this is actually running. But we should have a redstone dust here. And you can see, okay, so there is an issue with this. You know what? I've spent like 3 hours trying to figure this out. I think the biggest problem with this is that there's no easy way to just say, hey, turn the redstone signal off after a program ends. There is like a way you can catch the terminate, but then that actually allows for you to cancel the terminate. And yeah, there's a whole lot of issues with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to quickly /home, and we're going to cheese this a little. We're going to grab an entity detector. Okay, and if I remember correctly, we should actually be able to do living, so players, okay? Let's see, where is players? Players, and we could set the range to kind of small here, right? So I can test this, maybe? Okay, so if I step out this way, you can see that there is a smaller signal. Of course, let's set that to 1 as well. So this is the radius. It is a little slow, but I think this should work. So if we increase this, of course, you know, we'd have, we don't really care about Y that much, I guess. Yeah, there you go. So now, once I'm in this area, I don't know what's up with the redstone glitching like that, but yeah, you can see that we are, you know, working. We don't really care about the limit. Then if I step out here, you can see that the signal turns off, question mark. All right, is this just broken? Hold on. I'm not sure what's happening with the redstone right now. Okay, so I step out. Okay, if I grab, so now if I step back in, it works. Off. Okay, so it just looks like it has problems with normal redstone itself. So let's just not use redstone dust and use a redstone repeater. Okay, the next thing. All right, so I talked with Fallen, and he did agree that probably going to the end is probably a good idea. Hey, he says he doesn't know when he's going to be able to, but I think it would be good to get a couple people at least to actually go to the end so then we can actually get chorus fruits to turn off the AI of the Evoker. So we're not going to finish that up this episode, sadly, but we will get back to it. But we do have the entity reader and everything, which is the way we're going to go with it, and then we'll just transmit that to up into the receiver, and then we should have evokers and tons of XP, and also everything else. And I probably could for now put some other kind of creature there, but I think for right now, I think we're good. So we're not doing computer craft. Maybe in the future we'll mess with computer craft a little bit more, but I think for right now, let's see, how many of these can we equip? I've probably got quite a few of these equipped. Yep. But we're going to actually pop to the nether real fast and see what we can actually see. But I wanted to look at jetpacks. Okay, so quickly here, we're going to go to bedrock and the nether, just because I have a faster location here. And we're going to throw down all of our redstone we have in our inventory here. We're going to then put a piece of obsidian here, right-click it. No, punch it. Okay. And then that should result in a whole bunch of flux dust, which would allow for us to then get flux networks going. So flux networks is actually going to allow for us to wirelessly charge, and that's kind of what we're shooting for here. So flux networks, and we don't have the best network of power currently, but that should be fine for right now. Let's quickly grab some more Eyes of Ender. Just grab 64 of those. That's not bad. And we'll grab a couple stacks of these. And we're going to grab a flux plug, which is the first thing we need. And then a flux, so the actual flux plug. And we're going to come down here. And we're actually going to tap into this system. For right now, of course, we don't have the most power coming in from this, but that's okay. We're going to add new network. We are going to have this be a private network, just because we are on a server. We'll click create. We'll set this here, all of that stuff. And then the next thing I want to make is actually a basic flux storage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we will quickly make a basic flux storage, which holds 2 million FE. And basically, this is just a reserve for your system. So for example, if I was out of power for some reason, this actually could catch all of that and actually work for me in my favor. We'll also do chunk loading here. And we're going to enable wireless. Wireless charging is ineffective. I don't know what that means. Okay, there we go. So it's just I didn't have anything. So armor slots, curio slots, hotbar slots, and we can do offhand and main hand. All right, so quickly here, we're going to grab a flux controller. So I'm going to set this down here. I'm going to set this to shut doors network, power surge, bypass, chunk loading, all of that stuff. That way now we have access to that, and you should see that the jetpack is being currently fueled, and also this hammer at some point, which is fantastic. So it looks like we've completely drained that. So now we're kind of draining this system, but we will need to get a better power system. But everything should fluctuate back to normal once this stuff is full. Okay, I didn't even realize this, but emerald armor from cyclic is actually better than netherite. You have a little bit less knockback resistance, but in reality, that doesn't matter. We could just go get steady body, prevents knockback during combat. So, in theory, actually, emerald is the best armor set so far, right? Let's actually check this out. So, chest plate. Of course, we have like the quantum chest plate. We have ironwood. Huh. I think one of the actual people in the servers already went to the Twilight Dimension, by the way, because I saw them wearing an ironwood chest plate. So that's kind of interesting. They rushed Twilight Forest. But let's see. So the netherite chest plate 8 and 3. The emerald chest plate is 9 and 3. We do have. I don't think we have anything really equivalent to that until you get up higher. The crystallized obsidian is actually, of course, better than anything as well. So 11 and 6. So this is the toughest armor and also the strongest by default without any upgrades, right? It looks like it. unless you get to like the carbon chest plate or the quantum chest plate or something like that. Because well, refined obsidian chest plate. So we've got this one, we've got this one, and we've got this one. So refined wouldn't be difficult to get to. I mean, we have infinite resources. Um, it has less armor toughness though. So I think honestly, trying to shoot for crystallized wouldn't be a bad thing, especially because if we just did this recipe here, blocks of amethyst, I can go find those pretty quickly. But the crystallized amber is liquid magma, which is that. Okay, I know what we're going to get into next episode. With that, I will be back next episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. It has been a blast. But next time, I think we will get some crystallized obsidian armor. We will get towards the end. I might discover the location just so Fallen and I can get into it whenever he starts his episode, because it's always just a tedious task. And I don't know if we have any better structures or anything, Young's better structures in here or anything. So I guess we will see next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been a long episode, for me at least. I've been going for about an hour and 30 minutes and probably about 4 hours in total. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay awesome. Can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye bye.